Okay, Shalom. Giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rach HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Shalom to the elect out there. Lord willing, we be of that number, pushing this truth in all sincerity in the four corners of the earth. It's your brother Tabari Yakunah coming at you with another lesson. Lord willing, it's edifying. Pray and hope. And today, which is according to the Esau's calendar, it's March the 8th, 2022, or the year of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai turning up. And it is International Women's Day. Salakia. So, we'll look up the International Women's Day real quick. International Women's Day. This is according to Wikipedia. International Women's Day. International Women's Day is a global holiday celebrated annually on March 8th to commemorate the cultural, political, and socio-economic achievements of women. It is also a focal point in the women's rights movement, bringing attention to issues such as gender equality, reproductive rights, and violence and abuse against women. So, I'm gonna address, the women's rights movement. It's it goes under the titles of feminism and women's liberation. And if you look deeper into it, a lot of one of the leaders was this woman named Gloria Steinem, who was a CIA agent. And Lord willing, we put that in the post, show some of her, speaking as a CIA agent.
Gloria, at the festival, you worked for the Independent Research Service.
That's right.
Well, exactly when did your own association with the CIA start, and in what fashion? Did they come to you, or did you go to them?
In 1958, when I came home from India, I discussed with student leaders, past and present, many of them active with the National Student Association, this kind of small foundation to encourage Americans to go. They thought it was a good idea, too. I was then told by foundations and professors and friends that I should not do this, that I would get in trouble with the House Un-American Activities Committee, the American Legion, all of those 50 people. And I became convinced that it was impossible. It was at that point that the student leaders said to me that they had in the past received funds for international programs from the CIA, and that they felt that this was important and could also be partly funded by the CIA.
Well, did you feel that you...
And, it was basically used to infiltrate, J community, which is the so-called black man, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Israel, according to the Bible, the Holy Bible. And so, this woman, just another psychological game piece to plant in the community of Jake and to throw his whole structure off, man. So we'll get a real quick, because gender equality, and we'll look that up too, because it spoke on gender equality. It reads, bringing attention to issues such as gender equality. These women always want to be, they always want to emphasize the 50-50 thing, man. But 50-50 is going off, man. Let's go ahead and look up gender equality. Gender equality, also known as sexual equality or equality of the sexes, is the state of equal ease of access to resources and opportunities regardless of gender, including economic participation and decision making, and the state of valuing different behaviors, aspirations, and needs equally, regardless of gender. And so, so basically the woman wants to be on the same playing field as the man. But according to the Holy Scriptures, that's going off. So just real basic scripture. First that came to mind was 1 Corinthians 11:3. Okay. Because there's an order to how the Israelites deal with their women and their whole way of life. There's an order. This is 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach. That's Hebrew for the anointed. And the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Mashiach is God, or the Most High. We don't say God because that's God could be any. It means power, and that could be any. That's one of the tricks that Christianity likes to use. They like to use God a lot, and God can mean any power. So we use the Most High. The Most High being Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. So. There's an order. I got another scripture here. Ephesians 5:21. So if you're not in order, what do you think is going to happen, man? Things are going to be out of whack, and that's exactly what's happening right now. You can look into these, look at the state of the so-called black woman. I had a discussion with an individual, and he was like, man, in this neighborhood, I can count 8 women, 8 single women. This is all Jake neighborhood, all so-called black neighborhood. I can count 8 single women right now in their houses. No man, and that's just one little old neighborhood in one little part of one little county, So how much more so, this is the fruits of this feminism, all right? This is Ephesians 5:1. Reads, we'll go to 5:21. Submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of the Most High. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. All right. So submit, meaning. Let's get that in the Hebrew. When you submit, you bring yourself into subjection, right? You bring yourself into subjection. In the Hebrew, that's or Salaki in the Greek, that's hupatasso, to subordinate, reflexively to obey, be under obedience, put under, subdue unto, subject, be in subjection to, be in subjection, submit self unto. So when you're at work, there's an order to work, to the workplace. You don't have two presidents. You have a president and you have a vice president. And so this is how the Lord set it up, that there be an order to his creations. We are his creation. And it's specifically speaking to the nation of Israel, who he chose and who he loves. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. All right. Let's see. And so, the man, see, because the commandments teach you how to be a real man. So we went off, and we're in our captivity right now. This whole. I'll just let the scripture speak real quick. Jeremiah 31:22. Right? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31 and verse 22. All right. Because right now what we got going on is a woman is over the man. And it reads, "How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord, Yahweh, hath created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass a man." And that's exactly what's going on right now. A woman, through this whole feminist movement, women's liberation, equal rights movement for women. This is the fruit of what's happening by way of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It's scriptural, it's prophecy. And especially in Jake's community, the Israelites community, man. The woman is totally, pretty much above the man in power and in influence. And she raises her own boys, children by herself, and and Esau is basically her daddy, man. She gets all her provisions from her, as Apostle Gabar said, her secret lover Esau, a so-called white man. All right. So there's an order. You have the Lord Yahweh, his son Yahweh Shai, the man, and then the woman, the Israelite man, and then the Israelite woman, or the woman. It could be any woman, but because the seed goes through the man. So I'm gonna just leave it there and pick up in another part 2, and try to put these things together. It looks like it's gonna be a long one.